Hello, these are the Lean 4 samples in this GitHub repo, and I'm going to show you how to play with the samples using a GitHub Codespace. If you have GitHub Team or an enterprise account that you can access, then you can use these features. I've configured 2 buttons here depending on where you want to run the Codespace. I'm going to run it here, and this will configure the type of machine that I run it on. Now, before I do that, I want to point out that the dev container folder contains customizations that will create a custom Docker image for these samples with everything installed to make those samples work nicely. Go ahead, create the Codespace. First time you do this, it is actually creating a Docker image based on a base image provided by GitHub. And you can watch this happen. It'll take a couple minutes. You can look at the logs and see what it's doing. This only happens once. After this happens and the image the container is built, then the next time you open this Codespace will be much faster. This is updating a bunch of packages. It's also installing npm because one of the samples uses Node.js. Now it's installing Elan and Lean. It's getting the nightly build from today. Should be fairly quick because all of this is happening in the cloud. Nothing obviously is being downloaded locally. I'm just in a web browser. There it is, doing some final fix-ups of the path so your VS Code terminal window can find Lean, and looks like everything is good. It's now ready to launch the container. Boom, we're in. So we have a terminal window. You can pick your favorite colors here and just click done. And down here, terminal window already open, we can see if Lean is available. Yes, indeed. All right, now these samples need to be opened separately in their own folder. So we use File, Open Folder, Samples, Hello World, OK. This will be quick this time because the Codespace dev container is already available. That was good. A few seconds. And click on that line, and Lean is up and running. And we can, again, from the command line, we can run main.lean, or we can do lake build. Now there's a build folder with the compiled executable, which we can also run here. So in a few minutes, we have everything set up nice and quick. Now remember I said it'll be quicker the second time. So if you go to your Codespace that you just used 5 minutes ago, all right, that's the current Codespace, I can reopen that Codespace. So instead of building a new Codespace, I can just go right back into what I was doing, and that of course is just a few seconds, so it's very quick, and of course Lean is up and running. Let's show you one more sample, which is kind of fun, which is the Rubik's Cube widget example. So I'll open that folder, Rubik's Cube. The README for Rubik's Cube has an additional setup step that you need to do manually, which is shown here. What this command will do is it will run a Node.js job to package up the Rubik's Cube JavaScript into a little Node.js package that can then be loaded into the info view. So this sample is going to extend the visual capabilities of the Lean info view. This Node.js job will take 20 seconds or so. There we go, it's already done. I can now open Rubik's Cube.lean, and this has the properties that are used. These are actually different moves that you can make on the cube, and then the final invocation of the custom widget will show up in the info view. Click on that line. It's loading, and I now have a 3D rendering, interactive Rubik's Cube. I can also add another move. Notice when I moved the cursor to a different line, it went away. So what you can do is pin it so it doesn't go away, and then add another front face spin. So this will rotate the front face, which is this face, anti-clockwise. So the blue corner should show up here when I do that. Boom. Okay, pretty cool. So you can see that the terminal works, Lake and Lean are installed, the samples are working, and hopefully you find this to be a convenient way to get going with all of these fun Lean 4 samples.